Go.
Hi, Doug. My name is Raj Palmer and my business is Neat Brandy. And the way this works is that it's a marketplace with branding and marketing solutions. So a business starts off by posting a marketing project on the site. And in doing so, they actually specify their price that they want to pay. They outline the project and they state the time frame. So for example, if I wanted the promotional leaflet completing, then I may have a budget of £300. Following the project listing, I may receive 10 to 20 submissions or possibly more, and these will be completed submissions. So after these, I can choose the best one and award the £300 accordingly. Now, the business caters for smaller projects like the one that I've just mentioned, but also the larger marketing campaigns. For these, we specify that marketing companies just send in a specification because it would be too demanding to draw up a whole campaign. My question to you really is about scale. Currently there's just me by myself, and it's just a case of when do I sort of hire people, because with a web business it's quite volatile and the growth isn't predictable. So at what stage do I need to hire staff, and also do you know of any networks to catalyse that growth?
So let's start from the beginning.
Yep.
What did you call the business?
Neat Brandy.
Spell it.
N-E-A-T.
What's the name of your website?
Neatbrandy.com.
Neatbranding.com?
Neat Brandy is in the
Neat Brandy.
Yeah.
What does Brandy have to do with this?
Or, it's
or are you just trying to come up with a name that's different?
Yeah.
That's fine, just checking. One thing at a time. I want to make sure I hear the name, understand the name. Second, where do you make money?
Okay, so we charge a £15 listing fee, and then we charge, we actually take 10% of the project price if the business chooses a project. So once, yeah.
So you take 10% of the transaction if the transaction occurs.
Yeah.
And are you up and running?
I'm just having a website developed.
Okay, so tell me about the competition in the marketplace.
Okay, so the business model is called crowdsourcing, and it's being effectively used in design. So 99 Designs have done it. They're the biggest one, and CrowdSpring is also a major competitor. But
are you familiar with Guru.com?
Guru.
I'll take that as a no.
No.
There's more than two. You've been looking too narrowly.
I've found.
I'll tell you why, because you call it crowdsourcing. It can be called crowdsourcing. It also can just be called brokering. You need to go back out there. There's more than just. 99 is actually a very successful business, and if you're imitating that model, it's not a bad model to imitate, though you're veering on them to some degree.
I'm not sure what that is.
Okay, so let's keep going, shall we, and worry about the nuclear bomb later. So you're having the site developed. You're looking to basically crowdsource relatively small and low-cost marketing projects, right?
Yeah.
So, what?
And campaigns.
Fine. No problem with that. Projects and campaigns. And it seems to me that your big challenge is not determining when you need to hire the next person. So I'm happy to answer the question. You hire the next person when two things happen. When you need somebody to help you with the work, and you've got another full-time person's worth of work to do, and you can pay them. When you meet those two conditions, you hire someone. Until you meet those two conditions, you don't. If you have the first condition, where you have another person's worth of work to do, but not enough money to pay them, then you pay somebody as much money as you have to pay, and you get that much extra benefit. That's called part-time or contracting. It's as simple as that. Cash flow dictates when you hire another person, not your needs. This creates a circular situation for most people where their workload increases well before their revenue does. Yeah, there's no answer to that except good luck. That's why God invented the hours between midnight and 7 a.m. You can use them too. So leaving aside the question of hiring, the real question is not how to find yourself in a trap where you're doing all the work, not making the money. The real question that you need to spend much more time on is asking yourself, am I building a product people want? How can I make sure that the product is so desirable that people talk about it, that people point it out to each other, that they immediately wake up and go, oh my God, I've been wondering how the hell I was going to get that. And so you have to ask yourself, not what am I doing, but what is the benefit that doing it provides to my customer? And your customer is whom in this case?
So it will be predominantly small to medium-sized businesses. And
Your
what-
customer is somebody who needs to buy a marketing campaign, and you don't really care whether they're a big business, a small business, or a woman at home starting a new business, or a major charity that's just had a budget cutback and lost their full-time employee to do marketing and therefore needs a one-off. You don't know that it's small businesses because you haven't started yet. You do know one thing, it's people who want to buy a marketing project on a discrete basis, or people who want to buy a marketing campaign on a discrete basis, correct?
Yep.
Right, so let's start with that. So what I was testing, which is good news, is you identified them as the customer. Now who's your other customer?
The people to fulfill the project.
Thank you. So at least we're lined up. So you actually have a double-facing customer
Yeah.
issue. You need the capacity on the one hand,
Yeah.
and you need the desire on the other. What do you go get first?
Yeah, it's a good question.
Thank you.
I've approached marketing companies first, and a few have been happy to have
Meaning
those
in the spirit of putting requests up on there, or providing capacity.
providing capacity.
You started at the wrong side.
Okay.
Capacity will get frustrated quickly. What you need is to create desire, and capacity will come flocking towards you. If you've got somebody who wants a project done, then every marketing company that wants a little more business is going to show up at your doorstep. If you start with capacity and then go look for something to fulfill it, it's like a bunch of hungry birds going like this. You got nothing to feed them. Start with desire. What you need to do is start with customer number one. You need to find somebody who wants a project done. You need to post it. Then you need to run around to a bunch of people and say, I need this project done. Get up there, solve it, sort it. Now you've got yourself a customer. You run out to the customer and say, how did it go? They go, great. Bring your flip video camera. Get a testimonial. Put it up on the site. Happy customer. Now you're moving. You follow? You got to get order of battle right here.
Okay.
Get that right, and the product will sell itself. The revenue will come in fast enough so that you can hire people in the right order. Do it the way you're doing, your work will increase, the revenue will fall behind it, and you'll be asking yourself, how the hell do I afford my next employee? Make sense?
Yeah, definitely.
In that case, you're welcome.